Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of Range in the Home, where I'm going to talk about my actual laser gun range here. And first of all, I wanted to show you what's going on. This is in my garage. One weekend I went and just painted a stripe down the middle. Yes, I know it's crooked. You don't have to tell me. And what I did was I put red stripes and blue stripes on this. The blue stripes is the actual range, 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards. The red ones is for a 30% scale, which is when you compare the size of a standard IDPA or IPSC target to the Mantis X targets. That's what it scales out to be. So that's my floor. Here's my actual garage door. What I've done is I've taken 3 bars of flat steel stock, don't use aluminum, and I put 3 bars on it. Now, why did I put 3 bars on it? Well, I use 8.5 by 11 targets, either in the portrait mode or the landscape mode. So that middle one allows me to put magnets on the top and bottom of the landscapes, and the top and bottom rods allow me to put magnets on the top and bottom of the portrait guys. So that's how that works. I'll talk more about these in a minute. The first thing that I wanted to talk about is this. This is a laser strike capture system. It is magnetized on the back. For $60, you get 2 of these. For a significantly more, I think it's like $250, you can get 5 of these and a SIRT pistol of your choice. But like I said, these are magnetized, so they will stick. You also get a freestanding stand, for 1 freestanding stand to go along with these. These are really great because you can place them anywhere that they stick, or they also have a little hanging tab, so if you got a hook on the wall, you can use those. Now, this is not a reflector. This is a capture. So if I were to shoot one of my laser rounds at it, you'll notice that it lights up. I can't look at the target and look at you at the same time, but it lights up, right? It's totally passive. There's no batteries or anything like that. Now, if you're a standard American male, you probably got a couple of these hanging around. Please do not use these thinking you're going to save money over these. Okay? This is bad because this actually does reflect light back at you. This has a chamber in there that the laser goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until it dissipates. That's how it lights it up. And if I were to shoot this guy at the proper angle, you'll notice you can see the laser spot on the door. So please do not use these. You run a good chance of getting it back into your eye, and you don't want lasers in your eye. Now, if you get good enough that this is an easy target at whatever range you can shoot it at, they also include a couple of these. These are little foam inserts that give you, if that's large, this is medium and this is small. And all you have to do is it kind of works in around there like that. And now you got a lot smaller target to deal with when it stays in. I use this when I'm just looking to aim, or if I'm trying to find my natural point of aim, I'll point at that. I'll move my hands around, realign to my natural aim, and see if it's where I'm actually pointing and where I'm supposed to be going. All right, so here is my major way to do targets, and this is the Mantis Laser Academy. You will know this has a variety of targets, bullseyes, silhouettes, you name it. The actual app has 6 free and 19 paid drills that you can do. The targets are available online at mantisx.com for you to download. So what I've done is I printed out the basic IDPA target. This is at 30% scale of a full-size target. And you'll notice it has a very blocky 2D barcode on each corner. The camera in the app uses those barcodes to figure out what target this is, and then where all the borderlines between, 8 points and 7 points and so on. So, but this is only good for one range. I mean, you can go from 3 to 15 yards, but what happens if you want to do longer shots? So what I've done here is I've made a 75% of this size, okay? When I talk about percentage, I'm talking about this size. So I went 75%, 66%, 50%, 33%, and 25% of the original target size. So like my 2/3 scale here, it says ranges are now 4, 7, 10, 15, and 22, which corresponds with my 3, 5, 7, 10, and 15 yard scale markers. So I know, because I did this, because there are a lot of drills by authors like Ben Stoger that have some targets relatively up close, some targets farther away. And this is the best way I have thought of to simulate that while standing on the stationary range. Now, there are a couple of problems with this. First of all, Mantis Laser Academy it will recognize multiple targets, but only if they're the same size and the same type. So if I had 3 IDPA targets, the app would pick them up and I could shoot any and all of them. There's also a start-stop that comes a little later, and but I can't do it this way. I can't have a full-size, a 2/3, and a 1/3 target, and I expect it to recognize any of them but this one. All right, so this is the majority of the way that I actually use my range, especially when I'm using third-party targets. I have a start, stop, clear, close. That's part of the Laser Academy. And then I have something like an IDPA target. And then I have something like this. This is a Bear Solutions, Bear Standards target, where you put 5 rounds here, 5 rounds there, slide, lock, reload, and then 3 rounds there. The standard for that particular drill is you got to do all 13 shots with no drop shots in 9 seconds or less. So this is one that I like working out to. So now let me take you on the other side of my tablet where I do this, and let's get going. So here we are behind the application, and you'll see I have it aimed at the 3 targets. It has the IDPA target outlined in blue. That's the target it's expecting me to shoot. And the start, stop, clear, close target outlined in red. So to use this, it's very simple. I'm going to do this one-handed while holding onto my phone. I'm going to shoot my start, stop target. And then it gives me a countdown. And then I go ahead and
8, 7, 8, 7, 8.
And then start, stop. So now what it does is it shows you an image of the target, where I hit, what order I hit, and then it will put out the split times there. So of course it's very, very slow, but number 3 was my fastest split time there at 0.65 seconds. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to shoot the clear close, and that's going to reset Now when I shoot again, I'm going to shoot the Bear Systems target. So there we go. Okay, so because we got all zeros, we don't have any score. Because they're all misses, we don't have a target. But we do have the split times. So this is basically what I use this for. And then when I go ahead and close this, I can go back to the target and it will show me where I hit. So this is how I basically use it, is I'll come up and I'll take a picture of this off the screen because I can't do a screen grab because any kind of touch and this really starts shaking, and the Mantis application does not like that at all. So that's how we use the Mantis app. In my day job, I fix things, and sometimes I got to fix things to make them a little better. So I've applied the same concept here. Here are a couple of targets that I have, shall we say, improved or at least made difference. The first one here is a standard IDPA target. Nothing special about that, but for this one here, what I've done is I've gone ahead and taken Todd Lewis Green's idea from pistol-training.com. I suggest you go there. You can download his original FAST target, which is firearm accuracy and speed training target. But what I've done is I've superimposed that target on this one. You'll notice the center target here. The center of mass is in a red circle, and then I have, this is at scale, a 3x5 inch card. And the drill is to put 4 rounds into the center mass, slide lock, reload, 2 shots to the box up above. The other one comes from the this one here. This is just a basic bullseye. And what I've done was I've actually modified it to the Tactical Performance Center Draw Master, which is where you stand at range and on the beep you draw and you fire 1 shot, and you do that 5 times. You then take the slowest time and score each shot as to where it hit. Like if you're in the 1 second to 1.5, the white here in the center, this is worth 10 points, the light gray is 6, and the dark gray is 2 points. And I've written it all on here for both of these. If you want these targets for your own consumption, all you got to do is wait to the end of the video where I have my email address, and go ahead and shoot me an email and ask me for them, and I'll be all too glad to send them to you.
But only because you asked me to. Sweet life.
All right, so that's my downrange stuff. I hope you are inspired to do something similar to this, or you can copy me. Don't matter to me none either way. The only thing I want you to do is be out here on a regular basis, 10, 15, 20 minutes a day. That's all you really need, as long as you are properly practicing your fundamentals and different drills to measure your performance. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful day.